Hey, everybody. It's Dr. Croom, Army vet. And right now I'm actually in my vehicle and it is pouring down rain. But that's the life of a mobile veterinarian. Hopefully, the broadcast isn't too patchy tonight as we discuss energy levels in our pets. I've got three top ways for pet owners at home to be able to figure out whether the energy level of your pet is appropriate because different situations call for different energy levels, as you know. So let's get into it. One of the top ways that we as humans know when something is wrong with us is we're like, oh, I'm feeling draggy, I'm feeling groggy, oh, I'm sleeping extra amount of time. That is one of the ways we can really figure out to start to see like what's going on. And then from there, we kind of watch our patterns a little bit. Same thing for your furry, scaly, fluffy pets at home. As a holistic vet, I love to be able to give you things that you can do right at home, easily, over the counter, sometimes in your own cabinet if you need to give something to your pet. So, today, again, we're talking about energy levels in pets, and this can be the difference between life and death if you're very observant with your pet. Okay. One of the main ways that you can check and see if your horse outside in the paddock or your dog inside on the rug are having the appropriate amounts of energy are by looking at their daily activity levels. I mean, that only makes sense, right? That's why it's number one. There are some differences here with the daily level. We can't just look at any given animal and say, okay, it should be this, because there's so many variables. Like, let's take a couple dogs, for example. If you have, say, an Australian Shepherd, same exact age as maybe a Basset Hound, two different energy levels, right? Is what you would expect, even if they're the same age. But age can also be one of those variables that can, if you have the same breed, but a different age, you would expect different activity levels. So just looking at their activity levels throughout the day, looking at their breed, their age, and their health considerations to see how much they should be moving around. If they've just had a leg injury, energy activity level is going to be down. Okay. Um, the number two way that you can figure out if the energy level of your pet is appropriate is looking at their eating and drinking habits. Eating and drinking, it makes so much sense. It's closely related to energy levels. It's definitely related. If you see your pet all of a sudden eating less or drinking less or leaving food in the bowl, you're going to say, something could be wrong. Let me keep an eye on this. And my pet parents are so smart. They already know what to do a lot of the time. Again, my holistic leaning pet owners are who really try to find me, and they are well versed. They do their research, and so usually when they come to me, they've already got some ideas about what to do. So checking your pet's eating and drinking habits is definitely right up there as far as a smart pet parent habit to make. Okay, they're eating less, they're drinking less, their energy is probably going to be less, and vice versa. Okay, so leaving food in the bowl, there could be an issue. All right. Next, the third, actually, I have a bonus one. So I know I said I was going to give you the top three. The third is their sleep patterns. Very important too. I get that a lot from my pet parents who say, yep, I mean, he's up all night, he's getting up in the middle of the night and, keeping us awake. And then I'm tired at work. And it's a whole spiral throughout the whole household. But again, our pets are members of the family. So, got to do something about it, right? People have come to me for a holistic consultation to discuss these types of things. And get excited because in addition to the regular virtual visits that I typically offer, now I have started to provide holistic only virtual consultations. That means you can tell your friends in any state out there about our holistic services, and then we can get on a virtual and we can discuss all things holistic. Okay. Still right at drcroom.com. Now you can point your friends and family that are outside of Michigan to us. Again, that's under the assumption they already have their own regular vet for the routine care, right? For pharmaceuticals and medications and things like that. When you come over here, we're going to be discussing chiropractic, electromagnetic therapy, food therapy, energy levels, just like we're doing tonight, okay? So I told you I have a bonus. With the sleep, too much or too little can be a problem. You may see your normally active dog starting to sleep more throughout the day. That is something, ding, 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 as an owner that you want to look at. You want to start monitoring their sleep. Simple task, but super important by the time you get to either your routine veterinarian or your holistic veterinarian. Okay. Definitely remember those holistic consults for these types of issues. Now, I told you I had a bonus response to exercises. The fourth is the bonus one because you already know. I know my cattle dog, anytime you shake that leash or that collar, she is right there at attention. Same goes for Hayes. They are different ages, different breeds, but they are both super excited. Now, if all of a sudden we start seeing Mayo or Hayes, like, you're going for a walk? I'll be over here, problem. So you guys need to look out for those same kinds of things. Or normally a sluggish cat, right? Just laying around all the time, all of a sudden bouncing all over the place. Now, I'm not talking about the regular zoomies. We know zoomies are a thing, right? But if it's prolonged, it could mean maybe there's a hormone imbalance or some type of thyroid, issue. So you definitely want to look at the response to exercise in your pets. And again, do your due diligence and see what's going on so that you can give all that information to the veterinarian. All right. So I hope that you guys really like this talk about energy levels in our pets. We're all things holistic over here. You already know that the Shen Calmer that we carry, we had like 3 orders of this today. The Shen Calmer that people have been ordering has to do with maybe decreasing that energy level in some of the pets or decreasing that anxiety. Anything that gets them just so worked up, the Shen Calmer is great. But on the other side of the house, we have an herb called Happy Earth that really gets to the heart of the digestive and the gut, which can be the initial cause of a lot of energy losses and lowered energy. Okay, so keep those things in mind. Once again, the top 4 ways to look for energy levels in your pets and seeing if it all stacks up: their daily activity levels, their eating and drinking habits, their sleep patterns, and of course, their response to exercise. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, or if you have any other suggestions of ways that your pets typically show you what energy level they're on, feel free to put that in the chat. And you can always find us at drcroom.com for not only holistic virtual consultations, but we also have an internship program for future vets who are in college. So more about that on the website. And have a wonderful night. And we'll see you next Thursday. We're here every Thursday at 7 o'clock to talk about all things holistic. All right, you guys. Peace and love. See you soon.